Good morning, gardening friends. It is now, let's see, the March the 19th, a little before 10 a.m. Here's the comparison to before the weekend and before all the rain, which going into the weekend was supposedly going to work its way through today. I don't know. Actually, I haven't checked the weather forecast, but it's probably below 20% at this point. The sun is out, looking nice. The birds are singing. So here we go. Here's the first section. You can see that the one bean is doing quite nicely. Then we got the nasturtium is starting to grow. I've pretty much concluded that that is the nasturtium growing because it doesn't look anything like the marigold. And the leaf pattern is pretty similar. Okay folks, it is now about 4:30. I tried doing this around 10 o'clock this morning. And then one thing after another has happened, and here we go, another day has gone by. Life of an apartment manager. But here's the post-weekend update. We were looking at it was supposed to be going into the weekend like a 30% chance of rain, and then it got dropped to 20%, and it's a nice sunny day. Let's see. It's showing about 71 degrees right now. So it's a nice, pleasant day. Here's our first section of the container of the big pick your salad container, and it looks like we've got one asparagus bean growing. We've got I'm guessing that's the cherry jewel nasturtium next to that, to the right of that, and then over there we've got another nasturtium growing. Looks like we've got some baby finger carrots starting to sprout. We've got the mixed greens, and it looks like the ones that are transplanted, maybe one has survived. Well, maybe two of them. Into the second section of the planter. Oh, looks like maybe some marigold way in the back there starting to pop. A couple of the nasturtium growing. We've got the royal burgundy beans actually looking a little bit on a sick side on the left there. We've got is that more nasturtium or is that, trying to figure out, no, that looks like that's a bean there, so that's got to be a pole bean with a nasturtium next to it here, and then I guess another pole bean here. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we've got the Easter egg radish doing nicely, and a mixed green. Flip my little screen so I can see what I'm showing you here. Sorry about all that. So there's the mixed greens. And then into the third section. So actually, for the record, so far it looks like I think going into the weekend that royal burgundy bean on the right was actually just barely peeking through the soil, and now it's up that high. It's been kind of beaten down, so I'm hoping it survives. Then we've got the curly bean growing. So we got one here. We've got, looks like the second one here, and then just behind it is another one of the nasturtiums. We've got baby finger carrots sprouting. And hang on, okay. The baby finger carrots, and we've got some of the mixed green. Actually, it looks like maybe just one mixed green growing there. Then we're off to the lima bean section. I don't see any marigold. Looks like some nasturtium way in the back there. More of the Easter egg radish popping. And as far as the actual lima bean, let me come around the side here. See if I can, oh, maybe I can do better from this side. Sorry. So maybe you can see that then. Hoping I'm getting that on camera good. So there's what a lima bean looks like in kind of a young stage. Then we're on to the tomato planter, 2010 pineapple tomato. Let's see, we had the various flowers over here, not looking quite so great. Let's see, this one doesn't really feel like there's much of a tomato there. We had more, we've got more sort of developing, oh there we go, that's what I was looking for. We got more flowers right over here. So we'll see what those turn into. In the bed itself, we've got some of the Tonda di Perighi growing. I don't see the nasturtium popping yet, but that's pretty recent. Over here we've got the mixed greens. We've got the chamomile doing fairly nicely. And, well, something's starting to pop here. Don't know if that's a tomato or if it's the basil and oregano, and there's some really small bits of green in there. Don't know how well you can see that. Over here we're into the mixed greens in the back. That's doing pretty good. Chamomile doing nicely, and something's starting to pop up front here. So that's either the basil or oregano or the tumbler tomato. And the final one, we've got the Tonda di Perighi around the outside, and the yellow pear tomato hasn't made an appearance yet, but that's really recent. That takes us into the squash planter. You can kind of see what the plants look like right now. Doesn't look like anything popping around them just yet, but these really got beaten. You can kind of see the dirt, the soil that splashed up onto the other planters, so hopefully it didn't kill them. I haven't watered anything today, but I think they got a pretty good dose over the weekend, so we'll see what happens with those. Now I'll just kind of give you the summary of the rest of the garden. Pretty lush in there. I think that's all chamomile. Then we get into the memorial planter. This one over here is looking pretty nice. There's a flower on the other side. What is it with me and memory cards? Filled that last one, so here we go, continuing on. The tall zinnia is starting to look really nice since I staked it on a bamboo pole. Let's see if we got a... Doesn't look like a flower growing just yet. It's all leaves, which is kind of how the other one went. Tomato's not looking that wonderful. I don't like the color, but there are a couple of flowers there. Pretty much it for inside.